Okay, welcome to another Flames match, week 3. Seat 1 Dhruv, seat 3 Praveen, seat 4, seat 1 Dhruv, seat 2 Praveen, seat 3 Dave, seat 4 Jeffrey. Usual
Yes.
set of rules. Please begin. Please do not answer out of your turn. I'll just pray because it has happened. All right. Let's see. Dhruv, here we go. Asia Kate Dillon, who's right in the image, plays Taylor Mason, the first non-binary main character on the North American television. In which TV series, inspired by the financial investigations undertaken by Preet Bharara, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, from 2009 to 2017.
Billions?
Yeah, that's correct. Is billions?
What's the answer?
Billions.
Okay.
Billions, you see Damien Lewis there. Billions. Dhruv, next question. The 2022 Super Bowl halftime show was a throwback to the hip-hop era of the late 90s and 2000s, featuring a star cast of artists from Dr. Dre's label. Amidst artists such as Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent et al., who was the only female artist headlining the act, often called the Queen of Hip-Hop Soul, she performed her hit Family Affair.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, that's correct. Mary J. Blige. Just a minute. Tremendous.
Okay.
Okay, Praveen,
Okay.
your set of 2 here. Here we go.
Okay.
This 2002 French mockumentary was about the footage of the Apollo 11 moon landing being fake. According to it, Stanley Kubrick was asked by the CIA to recreate the moon landing footage on Earth after Neil Armstrong messed up filming during the actual landing. Name the movie which shares its name with us 1973 Pink Floyd album.
Dark Side of the Moon?
Yes, Dark Side. Next question. As per tradition, to make this famous local liquor from Odisha/Jharkhand, the flower of the tree has to fall to the ground before it can be used to brew. Which liquor, named for the tree itself, that is most commonly consumed by tribes such as Bhils and Santhal? It also names the most well-known Bhojpuri entertainment TV channel.
Is this Mahua?
Yeah, that's correct. Mahua. References to Mahua TV.
Very nice.
Okay. Dave, your setup. Subtitle: The Year That Rocked the World. What year titles Mark Kurlansky's non-fic book that talks about Prague Spring, the Black Power Salute movement, Chicago 7 protest, and Tet offensive, all happening around the same time.
19. Oh, hang on. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
1968.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
1968 Olympics, Black Power Salute happened. Next question, Dave. The best. So the image you see is of a puppet used on stage to represent the title character of which play, the winner of the Tony for Best Play in 2011. The play was also adapted into an acclaimed film that same year by Spielberg.
Sorry, I think I forgot War Horse.
Yeah, can you repeat again?
War Horse.
The War Horse is correct. Hardly an acclaimed film. Move on. Jeffrey, your set of 2. A warm sauce made of cream, ham, cheese, beef extract, and mushroom. This pasta accompanying sauce was invented in Uruguay in the 1950s. Part of the country's cultural heritage and of Argentina's. Which sauce is this? Named after the Italian king of tenors who toured the region in the early 20th century. He was one of the first musicians to document his voice on recordings.
Caruso?
Well done. Caruso sauce. It's answered there. This is Enrico Caruso, the guy. Okay, Jeffrey, next question. This variant cover of Mighty Avengers #3, drawn by Salvador Larroca, features which musician talking to Iron Man on stoop of his childhood home in Detroit? The house also happened on the house also appeared on the cover of his highly acclaimed 8th album released in the same year. The album was also second in the list of the world's best-selling albums of that year, coming in just behind One Direction's Midnight Memories.
Can you blow up the image, please? Okay, thanks.
Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem, well done. Okay, perfect start. Everybody getting their directs. Dhruv. Cashew apples that have fallen to the ground are traditionally used to make which Goan liquor. For some sources, it gets its name from the Sanskrit word for froth due to the bubbles formed when this drink is poured out.
Fanny.
Good. The nick of time there. This is Fanny.
Nice.
Fanny. Okay, Dhruv, next question. Which endurance race is inspired from a famed 1962 escape with an unknown fate, wherein athletes start with a swim imitating how the actual events would have taken place? Aptly, the race is titled Escape from Dash, which is also the title of a Clint Eastwood film from 1979 about the same event that inspired the race.
Alcatraz.
Yeah. Praveen, Pink Fong is a South Korean entertainment company whose YouTube channel became viral after they released their version of which children's song and associated dance. Originally a campfire chant, Pink Fong's version is now the most watched YouTube video of all time.
The Baby Shark.
Yes, Baby Shark is correct. Baby Shark. Next question, Praveen. The Bechdel test, named for its creator Alison Bechdel, states that for a work to be watchable, it must include two female characters who talk to each other about something other than a man. By Bechdel's own admission, which 1997 Tarantino film fails the test but has one of the strongest female protagonists she had ever seen in Hollywood. Stars Pam Grier in the titular role as a flight attendant caught smuggling, who has to choose between snitching on her boss or going to jail.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown. Okay, Dave. In season 4, episode 11 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Jake responds to Holt's announcement of a manhunt by announcing that the suspect's name is Dr. Richard Kimball. Holt confirms that there must be some sort of error as none of the escaped suspects are named Kimball. Jake responds, "I didn't kill my wife." This is a reference to which 1960s TV series and subsequent 1993 Harrison Ford film featuring Dr. Kimball that appropriately shares its name with the title of this episode.
Fugitive.
Yeah, that's correct. The most watched Super Bowl halftime TV broadcast of all time was the 2015 edition, headlined by which dark horse, flanked on either side by sharks who went on to become one of the internet's most used memes. Lenny Kravitz and Missy Elliott joined in as guest stars.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry is correct. Jeffrey, which 2013 movie saw its stranded female character talk to no other women as she rescues herself, thus failing the Bechdel test, but presenting a feminist narrative nonetheless? The director took a stand against bringing in rescuers for her, one of the only two named characters in the film. Jeffrey, your question.
Yeah. Stranded female. Gravity.
That's correct. Gravity is correct.
Wow, lovely.
Gravity.
Nice answer there.
Common wrong answer is the Room, which people have guessed. Brie Larson. Okay, this invitational 1,000-mile ultra marathon is a 30-day long winter run between Anchorage and Noma in Alaska. Happens a month before the more well-known Dog Sled race on the same trail. Named after an erstwhile mining district that became a ghost town at the end of the Yukon Gold Rush. Which endurance race / dog sled race is this?
Iditarod.
Maintaining a perfect record. All of You guys, well done. Everyone getting the directs. Dhruv, we come back to you. This work by Eduardo Cobra is considered the world's largest street mural and depicts a Tahapo boy from Brazil, a Mursi woman from Ethiopia, Kain woman from Thailand, a Supi man from Northern Europe, and a Huli man from PNG, with the desire to represent the 5 continents as black, blue, green, red, and gold, respectively. Tell us what annular sporting icons this color represent on the mural, or what occasion is this mural celebrating?
So the annular sporting icons are the Olympic rings. This must be the Olympic rings also.
Olympic rings, yeah, that's correct. Rio Olympics, yeah. Okay, Dhruv, next question. Which American YouTube channel with over 133 million subscribers specializes in 3D animation videos of both traditional nursery rhymes and their original children's song? They are not only the most subscribed children's channel, but also the one with second most subscribers across categories.
Pass.
First pass of the quiz. Praveen?
Pass.
Dave?
Pass.
Jeffrey?
Coco Melon.
Well done. Coco Melon.
Oh.
That's what I was looking for. This is Coco Melon. Okay. Praveen, your set of 2. This wedding that took place on October 13th, 2011 saw the bride decked in a kira designed by Ritu Kumar and other parts of the ensemble designed by Manav Gangwani. The phoenix crown was designed by the scroll painter Lopen Ugian. Which country's royal wedding is this?
Bhutan.
Bhutan is correct. Okay. This stamp from the Royal Mail sci-fi series is based on which 1979 work by Doris Lessing in the form of reports about the fictional planet that gives the book its title. The book is inspired by Sufism and named for Persian word meaning broken, used to refer to the Iranian national style of calligraphy.
Is it Kufic?
No. Dave?
Pass.
Pass. Dhruv?
Pass.
Jeffrey?
Pass.
Okay, the first text of the quiz is a novel called Shikasta. Colonized Planet 5 Shikasta.
Shikasta. Oh,
Yeah, that's Shikasta.
Shikasta. Oh, Shikasta. Oh, nice.
Okay, Dave. Judima, a geographically indicated wine from Assam, is made from which primary ingredient? Used in ceremonies by the Dimasa people, the herb thembra is a key ingredient of this wine. Changju in Korea and Lao Lao in Laos are examples of wine made from the same ingredient.
Rice.
Rice, yes, rice is correct. Which Australian motorsports official was under the spotlight after Verstappen's final lap season clinching controversial win over Lewis Hamilton at the Abu Dhabi GP last season? Even though Verstappen's title win has since stood, he lost his job as F1's race director for misinterpreting rules surrounding the safety car. Dave?
I think he's frozen, right?
Yeah. He's frozen. I just pause the recording. It comes back.
There.
Okay, Dave. It was your direct. Before you.
Yeah, I don't think I know this one. Horner.
No. This one you correct currently. Yeah. What did you say?
I said Horner.
No. Dhruv.
This is Michael Massey.
Yes, Michael Massey.
Well done.
Wow.
Michael Massey. Nice.
Nice.
Answer there. Jeffrey, your set of 2.
Okay.
The 2010 Tony winner for the best play was Red, based on the life of which abstract expressionist painter, specifically after he had been commissioned to paint a group of murals for the exclusive Four Seasons restaurant in New York. The image shows him with his painting on the left and actor Alfred Molina playing him on the right.
Rothko.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. The queer actor Beanie Feldstein earned a Golden Globe nod for her breakout role in Olivia Wilde's book Smart in 2019 Which real-life personality did she play in the third season of American Crime Story in 2021? From which the image is taken?
Monica Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky is correct. She also happens to be the sister of Jonah Hill.
Yep.
Okay, Dhruv, we come back to you. This 2007 movie, the first ever feature-length animated documentary, documents the attempt of the 17-year-old rock-hopper penguin Cody Maverick to win the Big Z Memorial Contest. Name this film that lost the 2007 Academy Award for Best Animated Feature to Ratatouille. It is also the name of the title track of a 1971 album by the Beach Boys.
Just scroll down a bit.
Yeah, nothing there. Ten seconds. 4, 3.
Happy Feet.
No, that's not Happy Feet. Praveen?
I'll pass.
Pass. Dave?
Surf's Up.
Surf's Up. Yes. This Surf's Up. All right. Dhruv. Next. Published posthumously in 2004 after the year of his death, the inspiration behind the numerical title of which Roberto Bolano novel remains unclear to this day. The number itself does not appear in the book and may be a reference to the biblical exodus from Egypt, supposedly dash years after God created the earth.
2666.
2666. That's correct.
Wow. Yes.
Praveen. This incredibly rich French steak dish comprises a beef fillet pan-fried in butter, served on a crouton topped with a hot slice of fresh foie gras and finished with a Madeira demi-sauce. After which 19th century composer for whom it was initially created is this steak named, composer of about 39 operas, last of which was William Tell.
Rossini?
Rossini, yes. Themed on the Winter Olympics, the 1992 Super Bowl halftime show is widely billed as a worst in its history, one that made NFL go to MJ for the next edition to revive the show. Which pop musician, whose Cuban Miami roots seem to be a misfit for the winter theme, performed alongside figure skaters in the show? She, however, returned in 1999 for a more loved performance.
Okay. This is Gloria Estefan.
Gloria Estefan, yes. Dave, your set of 2. The actress Lena Waithe, right in the image, became the first Black woman to win the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing for a comedy series in 2017 for writing the Thanksgiving episode of which show? That Alora shares its name with half of a figure of speech. The episode was loosely based on her personal experience of coming out to her mother.
Half of figures.
10 seconds.
Blackish.
Blackish. It's not Blackish. Praveen?
Pass.
Pass. Jeffrey?
Master of None.
Yes. Master of None.
Oh,
That's the half of a year. Done. Okay. Dave. Woody Allen's second outing as a director was this mockumentary that tells the story of a Virgil Starkwell who is intent on becoming a bank robber. What is the name of this work? It shares its name with a 1976 hit by the Steve Miller Band, which tells the story of 2 robbers and a detective named Billy Mack chasing them.
Uh,
10 seconds still. 4.
So what's New Pussycat? No.
Praveen?
I'll pass.
Dhruv?
Pass.
Jeffrey.
I'm gonna pass.
Actually, if you would have looked closely, the answer is actually written here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Really?
no.
What's it say?
Take the money and run.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
should also
okay.
have been. This is take the money and run. All right.
wow.
Okay. Jeffrey, your set
It's bad miss then.
Okay. On October 14th, 2019, India saw the first look of the real life princess of Rewa, and choreographer cum dancer turned actress Mohena Kumari Singh and Suesh Rawat as bride and groom. She is shown here wearing a lehenga at her royal wedding in Haridwar, Uttarakhand, designed by which ambidextrous designer?
Ambidextrous. I have no idea. I'm gonna pass.
Praveen?
Sabyasachi?
Yes, Sabyasachi is correct.
So-
Sabyasachi
Nice job.
ambidextrous.
Ah, okay, that's the clue. That wouldn't have helped me.
Sanskrit. So
Yeah. Okay, Jeffrey. This stamp was from the Royal Mail sci-fi series, is based on which 1931-32 work described as a social sci-fi. It is set in a futuristic dystopian world state characterized by sleep learning, psychological manipulation, and classical conditioning that only the protagonist resists. Novel gets its name from Miranda's speech in The Tempest.
Brave New World.
Yes, Jeffrey. Okay, we are halfway through. Jeffrey has the lead, closely followed by Praveen. Dhruv. In the Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode, the puzzle master, Jake and Amy work on their last case before Amy becomes a sergeant, partnering with Amy's favorite puzzle master, Vince Sturmley. When Jake tries to enter Sturmley's crossword night at a local bar, he discovers he has to anagrammatize the phrase, "A sad anus loser, I go in," into a period film based on a 1782 book. Jake fails to solve it and sneaks it through the bathroom window, but can you solve it? 2 words, 9 and 8 letters. The image doesn't help it.
fuck.
Ten seconds. 4, 3,
Pass.
pass. Praveen,
Pass.
Dave,
Dangerous liaisons.
very nicely answered. Dangerous liaisons.
Wow,
Wow, wow.
that's tough.
Only the second time I'm
Nice.
seeing this is answered, but nice
Oh.
answer there.
Nice job.
Nice.
Okay. Dangerous liaisons, Dhruv. Identify this character first introduced in this panel in number 37 of Alan Moore's classic Saga of the Swamp Thing. He went on to appear in several series of his own, including the Hellblazer series, which was the most successful title in DC's Vertigo imprint. Alan Moore has stated that the character only existed because Steve Bissett and John Totleben wanted to do a character that looked like Sting.
Can you expand the visual, please?
Actually, that's it. You just have,
Okay, okay.
yeah, that's it.
Pass.
Pass. Passing to Praveen.
Constantine?
Yes, John Constantine.
Oh, right.
Ah,
John Constantine.
nice. Wow.
Very nice.
Praveen set of 2. In his gigantic frescoes, Mantegna painted using illusionism, employing depth and aerial perspective. This ceiling painting in the Camera Picta at the Ducal Palace, Mantua, creates an illusionary oculus in the ceiling as it seems to open up to a light blue cloud-filled sky. What is such an illusion called? The term translating to deceive the eye in French.
Trompe l'oeil?
That is correct. Trompe l'oeil. In July 2021, social media rallied around Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and which other England footballer after they were subject to racial abuse following their penalty misses against Italy in the shootout of the Euro 2020 final. This 20-year-old from Arsenal missed the deciding kick.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Pass. I can't remember his name.
Dhruv?
Saka.
Yes.
Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka.
Nice.
Correct. Dave. When Auguste Escoffier invented this dessert comprising peaches with raspberry sauce, he used an ice sculpture of a swan to display it, inspired by the Wagner opera Lohengrin. What is this dessert called, named after the Australian soprano singer Nellie Dash, who was the lead singer in the opera?
Peach Melba.
Peach Melba. Yes. This panel from the Brief Lives collection of Sandman features a story arc of delirium and dream in search of their brother Destruction. While the look of delirium changes through the tale, this look in specific was based at the request of Neil Gaiman, on which American singer, songwriter, and pianist. Her debut solo album, Little Earthquakes, has been regarded as one of the greatest albums of all time.
Tori Amos.
2 on 2. Well done.
Nice.
Tori Amos. Jeffrey. The most subscribed musicians on YouTube have also smashed the records for most viewed videos within 24 hours of release with their numbers Kill Your Love and How You Like That. A testament to the growth of this nation's music. Which group of 4, each member of which have the top 4 followed Insta accounts in their native country?
Blackpink.
Yes, Blackpink. Well done. People have wrongly guessed BTS also.
They have way more than 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So be careful while answering. Which alternate history novel by Stephen King, with a date in its title, follows a man who goes back in time to prevent JFK's assassination? Protagonist Jack Epping is played by James Franco in the TV adaptation of the novel. Ten seconds.
11/22/63.
Good. 11/22/63.
Oh,
Correct.
nice.
Oh my gosh.
Super.
Yeah, that's correct. 11/22/63. Okay, Dhruv. The wedding of Prince Guillaume, the Grand Duke of Luxembourg, to the Countess Stephanie de Lannoy took place at Our Lady of Luxembourg Cathedral in 2012. Which Lebanese fashion designer, the first Arab to be admitted at the Chambre Syndicale de la Haute Couture, designed the wedding gown with an estimated 14-foot long train embroidered with 50,000 pearls? Ten seconds, Dhruv.
Hadid.
No, it's not. Praveen.
Pass.
Dave.
Pass.
Jeffrey.
Pass.
Okay, this one has been unanswered so far. All of the games that I read. This is someone called Elie Saab.
Okay.
Elie Saab. Okay, Dhruv. Next question. Which 2012 movie, despite having strong female characters like Natasha Romanoff, Pepper Potts, and Agent Maria Hill, lacks many shared scenes between them and hence fails the Bechdel test?
Avengers.
Yes, Avengers.
Yeah.
Praveen. The 2014 Tony winner for Best Play, All the Way, got its name from the rhyming election campaign slogan, All the Way with Dash, for which American president? In the image, you see Bryan Cranston playing the president, delivering his infamous treatment to a hapless victim. The play itself dealt with the president's efforts to enact the Civil Rights Act in the US.
LBJ?
All the Way with LBJ, yes. Sorry. Christopher McDougall's 2009 best-selling book, Dash, A Hidden Tribe, Super Athletes, and the Greatest Race the World Has Never Seen, is a fictionalized account of an ultra-marathoner who discovers the native Mexican tribe, Tarahumara, famed for their barefoot long-distance running skill. Which book, titled after an apt Springsteen number, has since gone on to inspire an annual endurance race in the Copper Canyons of Mexico?
Born to Run?
Born to Run, yeah. Dave, many Indian channels feature in YouTube's most subscribed list. but most of them belong to the music or entertainment category led by giants such as Sony Sub and T-Series. Which children's educational channel is the outlier in this list? Named after the main character who has chubby cheeks. The 24th most subscribed global channel. Its sub-channels include the much-loved Surprise Eggs.
Pass.
Jeffrey?
Pass.
Dhruv?
Pass.
Praveen?
Pass.
Okay, this is a channel called Choo Choo TV.
Oh,
Ah,
okay,
that's
okay,
right.
okay. Heard of this, yeah.
Choo Choo
Hmm.
TV. Okay. Dave, your second question. The wedding veil designed for Meghan Markle by Claire Wade Keller was a rather elaborate affair. It featured 2 flowers in the front, winter sweet, which grows on the ground of the Kensington Palace, and California poppy, state flower of California. Also embroidered on the veil were 56 flowers, including rose, thistle, lotus, and the golden wattle. These 56 flowers represent the 54 entities that form which group?
The Commonwealth.
British Commonwealth. Jeffrey, your turn. Weighing an estimated 54 ton, what is the largest piece of community folk art in the world? Conceived by activist Cleve Jones during an annual candlelight march in remembrance of the 1978 assassinations of San SF supervisor Harvey Milk and Mayor George Moscone, this memorial was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize in 1989.
Can you show the image, please? Scroll down, maybe.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay.
Hands Across America.
No, not Hands Across America. Dhruv?
Pass.
Pass. Praveen?
Pass.
Dave?
Is this the AIDS quilt?
Yes, this is the AIDS quilt,
Oh,
or the
that makes
names project.
yeah.
That's what we want.
makes
This is
makes
the
sense.
AIDS quilt.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's the thing in the background. Okay.
Yeah, yes, yeah, that's okay. There's a nice documentary on it as well. Okay, Jeffrey. The term mockumentary came into vogue when director Rob Reiner used it to describe his 1984 film in various interviews. What is the name of the fictional heavy metal band that is featured in the movie? They share their name with a medical procedure that is also known as lumbar puncture.
This is Spinal Tap.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, penultimate round, close game so far. Let's see. Dhruv. At the historical Delmonico's restaurant in New York, this celebrity author promised never to denounce America again at a post-Civil War banquet in 1867. Chef Charles Ranofer, impressed, dedicated several dishes in his honor, including a veal pie. Who was this dedicatee who performed 76 readings, netting 19,000 pounds on this tour between December 1867 and April 1868? Ten seconds.
Thoreau.
This is not Thoreau, sadly. Praveen?
Charles Dickens.
This is Dickens, yes.
Oh,
This is Dickens, yeah.
oh yeah, of course.
True. Where is dash dash is a hashtag used on social media to bring awareness around the disappearance of the Chinese tennis player, a former doubles world #1 and the 2014 US Open singles semifinalist. She disappeared in November 2021, 2 weeks after posting on Weibo, accusing Zhang Gaoli, a retired vice premier of China, of harassment. Ten seconds. 4, 3.
Lina.
No, this is not Lina. Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Heng Shui.
Feng Shui. Yes, Feng
No,
Shui is
Feng
correct.
Shui.
Sounds like Feng Shui. Okay. Praveen. This panel gave the name to a Liverpool-based psychedelic band fronted by Julian Cope. The image is from issue number 77, released in 1971, featuring which superhero? In this tale, a teardrop-shaped alien ship explodes while he and Spider-Man are battling Namor. Charlie Cox reprised his role as this character from Netflix series to appear as a lawyer for Peter Parker in Spider-Man No Way Home?
Okay. Oh, is this Daredevil?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It is Daredevil. It's a no any fancy prayers. Catholic person. Praveen, next question. Anthony Burgess, the author of Clockwork Orange, wrote its dystopian novel with a year as its title. Its first part, he was both the interviewer and interviewee as he dissected a George Orwell novel. And the second part is a novella, not only inspired from, but also acting as a follow-up to the same Orwell novel.
Okay, I'll say 1985.
Yes, 1985. It's a new one, the follow-up to 1984. Dave's set of 2. The Bechdel test was later expanded to include the criterion that the female characters who talk about something other than a man must have names. This led to which 2016 film failing the test because the lead character Mia does not have girlfriends who are named, although she dances with them. In an infamous gaffe, this movie was confused with another film, which also incidentally fails the test.
La La Land.
La La Land, yeah. Okay. Organized by the World Triathlon Corporation, what type of one-day endurance event consists of a 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bicycle ride, and a marathon 26.22-mile run in that order? While it is not named for a superhero, the handful who complete these events are nothing lesser. Its annual World Championship has taken place in Hawaii since 1970.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Jeffrey, Kesar Kasturi, a local Rajasthani liquor, was famously popularized by Roger Moore, who became its fan and drank copious amount of it while shooting octopus. Besides saffron, one of its major ingredients became incredibly difficult to procure after the Wildlife Protection Act was passed in the 70s. What was this ingredient that has now been replaced by other spices? Ten seconds.
Elephant tusk. I don't know.
Dhruv?
Yeah, pass. That was my guess.
Praveen?
Musk.
Yes, musk is correct. So Kasturi is a deer. So musk from a musk.
I see.
Musk from musk deer. Okay, Jeffrey. The first ever non-marching band to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show was this evangelical non-profit org, founded with the aim of opposing the 1960s counterculture through song and dance performance. Which group that has performed the most number of acts in the show's history, having featured 5 times between 1971 and 1980?
Oh man. Flower power.
Dhruv?
Pass.
Dave?
Pass.
Praveen?
Pass.
Okay, this one also has gone unanswered so far. This is Up With People.
Wow.
Dhruv? Up With People. We come to the final round now. Praveen has a healthy lead, but Dave and Jeffrey are close behind. Let's see if Dhruv can also catch up as well. Dhruv, 2 winners of the Tony Award for Best Play in the 21st Century are named after European capital. While the 2000 winner, Copenhagen, dramatized the meeting between the physicists Bohr and Heisenberg in the titular capital, the 2017 winner recounts the story of peace accords between Israel and the PLO in which capital. Central characters in the play were the negotiating diplomat Mona Juul and Terje Rod Larsen.
Oslo
Peace Accords. This stamp from the Royal Mail sci-fi series is based on which 1895 work credited with popularizing a concept that has become a staple in sci-fi. It was based on the author's earlier work titled The Chronic Argonaut and features characters named The Very Young Man, Morlock, and Eloy.
The time machine?
Yes, time machine.
Oh, yeah.
This is time
Just
machine.
kept, yeah.
Okay. Praveen, final set of 2 directs. The actor Andrew Scott has played Jim Moriarty in Sherlock and Hot Priest in Fleabag. True to type, which suave, agreeable, and utterly amoral con artist and serial killer, the protagonist of a series of novels by Patricia Highsmith, is he slated to play in a TV series for Showtime? The image shows Matt Damon playing the same character in a 1999 film.
Ripley.
Yes, Ripley, Tom Ripley. So here, Brooklyn Nine-Nine question. Here we see Jake Peralta attempting a rare office achievement in the cold open of season 4, episode 8 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The operative term in this achievement refers to what open office area where the detectives work, can see and hear each other freely. In baseball, it is the area where the relief pitchers warm up before entering a game. In both an office design and baseball context, it originates in the practice of rodeo dash, being held in a dash before being released into the main arena.
Okay. Is it a bullpen?
Indeed, a bullpen.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Dave. As per Guinness World Records, the Journey of Humanity is the world's largest canvas painting, measuring 17,000 square feet, roughly 2 football fields. Sacha Jaffrey painted it on the themes of connection and isolation at Palm Atlantis, Dubai, between March 2020 and March 2021. So what exactly allowed Jaffrey to put in this mammoth effort? It would go on to become the second most expensive painting sold at an auction by a living artist. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ten seconds.
Is this like drip painted from a great height from the skyscraper?
Drip. Okay, no, not drip painted.
No.
Dhruv?
What exactly allowed him? COVID isolation?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what it allowed
Yeah,
him.
I was like,
That's what it allowed him.
nice.
March
Yeah.
2020 to
Oh,
March 2021. That's
oh, what a way to lose it.
done. Okay. Dave, next question for you. This stamp from Royal Mail sci-fi series is based on which 1953 work by Arthur C. Clarke about a peaceful alien invasion and decades of apparent utopia at the cost of human culture? Gives its name to a Pink Floyd song from the 1972 album Obscured by Cloud, last one to be entirely composed by David Gilmour.
I'm pretty sure it's not the last song composed by David Gilmour, but it's Childhood's End.
Indeed, Childhood's End. Well done. And last 2 questions of the quiz. Let's see who grabs the second spot here. Jeffrey, in season 4, episode 22 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Boyle's hair turns white almost overnight due to the stress of Jake and Rosa's upcoming trial. Boyle suffers from a syndrome named after which historical figure, whose hair allegedly turned white the night before their execution in the second half of the 18th century? Ten seconds.
Louis the 16th.
Dhruv?
Marie Antoinette?
Sorry about that. This is Antoinette.
Yeah, that was.
This is Antoinette. Okay, last question of the quiz. It's your sports question. In Tokyo 2020, the gold medal event at which debut sport was decided in controversial affair after Saudi Arabia's Tarek Hamedi was disqualified for an illegal move. Instead, Iran's Sajjad Ganzadeh, made unconscious by Hamedi's move, was revived and given the gold medal.
Karate.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's indeed karate. And Dave, Jeffrey ties with Dave for the second spot, and Praveen wins this quiz. Good game, guys.
Excellent game.
Thank you.
Very high standard.